Hi guys, when you start applying for the data science roles in the industry, you would get shortlisted or rejected for that interview based on the kind of projects you have added on your CV. So it is very important to build right portfolio of the data science projects. Hi, my name is Rohit and I have been working in the data science and AI field from last 10 years. And in this video, we would discuss about 10 important topics related to data science projects on which you can work and add those projects on your CV to get a lot of interview calls. Let's get started. When you start building your portfolio of the data science projects, I want all of you to take a focused approach. Now, what I mean by focused approach? Now, let's say that you are someone who is working in the industry from last 3 to 4 years and you are working in a financial company. Then try to build at least 2 projects which are related to financial domain and add those projects on your CV. And then you target data science roles in financial companies. If you are someone who is coming from, let's say, mechanical engineering background and you have been working in automotive and manufacturing industry from last few years, then try to build at least 2 to 3 projects which are specifically related to automotive and manufacturing industry. Get those projects on your CV and then target data science roles in automotive manufacturing companies as well as IT service and consulting companies which are hiring for their automotive and manufacturing client. So you have to take this focused approach. There is no need to apply for all the jobs in the market. You have to see where you have an advantage and then target data science jobs over there. Now, for those of you who are freshers, who have never worked in the industry, what you can do is you can also take focused approach. So most of the data science roles, those are in financial industry, automotive industry and manufacturing industry. So what you can do is you can even create 2 CVs. So build 3 projects related to financial domain, create one dedicated CV which is for applying job roles in financial domain, and then create 2 to 3 projects which are related to automotive and manufacturing domain, and then create a CV which is related to that domain. So use 2 different CVs for applying data science jobs in different domains. That is going to help you to build your profile. Now let's go through some projects which you can build. Now let's say that you are going to target financial domain. Then for financial domain, you can build project related to credit card fraud detection. So identifying any kind of frauds which are happening in credit card transactions. So that project you can use and you can build that project, add it on your CV. Then you can also build project related to credit risk modeling. So for example, if someone is applying for housing loan or if someone is applying for car loan, using their information, their transaction information, their credit bureau information, the amount of loan they are applying, the tenure, analyzing all that data and predicting whether this customer is a good customer or a bad customer, whether this customer would result in default or not. So this is another topic on which you can build project. These 2 are very common topics and these 2 are very common problems within the financial industry. Then within financial industry, if you are going to target investment banking domain, then on investment banking, you can build projects related to risk prediction. So you can use the text data, let's say, for example, related to the news, which you are getting from the various news sources. And on that news data, you can basically identify what is the sentiment of the news and you can try to correlate that sentiment with respect to stock price movement. So this would become your specific project related to the investment banking within the financial domain. Now, let's say you're someone who has education in the pharma domain. You have done M-Pharm or you're working in the pharma industry from last few years. Then you can try to build projects which are related to healthcare and the pharma domain. So you can build project for predicting, let's say, heart failure risk using all the health parameters of the person. Then you can also build projects related to clustering on the drug discovery. So you can try to identify if there are any patterns with respect to drugs. So whenever any new drugs came, when those drugs are given to patients, what is their reaction? So you can capture all those reactions in the form of text data and you can cluster all that text data to identify what are the different symptoms which are seen within the patients after trying those new drugs. So that project you can build using clustering. So these 2 to 3 projects you can add on your CV if you are targeting data science jobs in the pharma domain. Then if you are targeting data science jobs in the automotive or manufacturing domain, you should definitely build project related to demand forecasting. Because for any kind of a manufacturing company, whenever they are manufacturing their objects, let's say Maruti Suzuki, when Maruti Suzuki is manufacturing their cars, they are not manufacturing every part of that car. So many parts of their car, they are also ordering from their suppliers. And to put that order ahead of time with the right quantity, first of all, Maruti Suzuki needs to know how many cars they have to manufacture in next 6 months. What is the market demand considering the economical situation and historical trends? So what you can do is you can build demand forecasting model which can help these automotive companies or manufacturing companies in managing their supply chain. Then you can also build model for predicting any kind of a delays within supply chain. Let's say that Maruti Suzuki is manufacturing their cars and they are ordering all the steerings of the car from specific supplier. But if that order is delayed, they won't be able to deliver the cars on time. So it is very important to predict any kind of supply chain delays. So you can also build project related to prediction of the supply chain delays. Then one of the big use case in this industry is predictive maintenance. So there are data sets available with respect to predictive maintenance. So let's say that in manufacturing industry, what happens is you have a lot of machines which are placed one after another. And if one of those machine goes down, your whole manufacturing pipeline stops working. But right now, industry is capturing a lot of data using IoT sensors of those machines. And you can use that data to predict the need of maintenance so that the maintenance can be done ahead of time. So you can build your project related to predictive maintenance as well. Now, if you are targeting jobs in telecom domain or any kind of e-commerce domain, you can build project related to customer churn prediction to predict which customer is going to discontinue using our platform or using our SIM card after, let's say, a few months. Because that would then help the platform to reach out to that customers with some additional offers and to retain that customer. So you can definitely build project related to customer churn prediction. Then you can build project related to recommendation models. You can build a recommendation model which would recommend relevant products to the customers which are visiting the website of a company. And that would be based on their previous transactions, their similar customers, and that would increase the chance of successful transaction. So you can build a recommendation model if you are trying anything in e-commerce. Then within e-commerce, again, a lot of frauds happen. So you can again build a model for predicting whether this order which is coming from a customer is a kind of a fraudulent transaction, a fraudulent order, which would result in some kind of a issue. So that kind of a model you can also build if you are targeting data science jobs in e-commerce and telecom companies. So I hope now you have clarity related to which are the different projects which you can build when you want to build your portfolio. Now, one more suggestion that I would give all of you is when you are building your portfolio, try to build different kind of projects. So even if you are building, let's say, all the projects related to financial domain, try to have at least one project related to classification model, at least one project related to regression model, and at least one project should have any kind of a clustering or text data. So that would give variety of projects on your CV, and your CV would look much stronger when you apply for any role within the data science industry. So start building the projects now, and we have also created a playlist on our YouTube channel where you would get 7 to 8 different domain specific projects which we have implemented by taking open source datasets. So you can refer those projects as well. You can build those projects on your own and then you add those projects on your CV. Because when it comes down to interview, you have to answer those questions yourself. So let's build that portfolio of the projects, and that's definitely going to help you to get more interview calls in the market. Thanks for watching the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.